everybody, today we are talking about one of my favorite things, and that is coffee. We're going to be putting two portable coffee makers to the test. The first one is this all-in-one grinder pour-over brewing system, and the second is the GSI Outdoors Java Press. So let's dive in and check it out. Alright, so we're first going to look at the GSI Outdoors Java Press. Now, this is essentially a French press that's portable. Like, what a great idea. Now, getting into how it's built, it has this black silicone bottom that makes it really hard to knock over. You can also just pop that off, and that way you can look at how many coffee grounds you're adding and measure it that way. It also has this sleeve that's going to protect your hand from the hot coffee. And it's also really nice because it comes in like 6 colors. So if you're with a group, you can make sure everybody knows whose coffee is whose. Then it has this super nice flip top lid that opens and closes. So that's going to seal in the warmth when you're not drinking your coffee, and gonna make it spill resistant. Now, it is not spill proof because all around the top right here are these breathing holes, so that when you plunge your coffee, it's not gonna overflow out of the cup. Now, this is your main cup. This is where you're gonna put your coffee grounds and your hot water. And this is what makes the magic happen. Now, this is the plunger, and on the bottom it has this metal mesh screen, and all the way around it has this seal. So then you just rest it in here, make sure that your top is closed, and you compress it, and it's gonna compress all your coffee grounds into the bottom right here and push your coffee up into the drinking area. And then once your coffee is brewed, you can just take your lid off, and if you're like me, add your creamer. It's also really nice because it just comes apart super easy, and to clean it, you pretty much just rinse it off. So let's go brew a cup, and we'll be right back. Alright, so to start, we're gonna open the top, that just makes it way easier to get the plunger out. And I'm going to take this off so we can all see. I'm going to measure out my coffee. Now, this is the little container that I bring camping because Ziplocs can be really messy. Just shake it in there. That looks good. Now, for the sake of consistency, the all-in-one's measuring cup is 1 cup. So I measured out 1 cup of water and boiled it in my hot shot. So we're going to dispense that. All right. And then you just dump the hot water over the coffee grounds. Pour is probably a better way to do it than dumping. Dumping sounds messy. Right? Close your flip top. Put your plunger on top. We're going to let this hang out for 4 minutes. So I will see you then. Alright, so it's been 4 minutes and now we're back. I got my boot back on the bottom so it's not going to be sliding around like crazy. Make sure you have your lip closed, and we're going to just start pressing it down. And again, we're separating the grounds, we're pushing them to the bottom, and we're pushing the coffee to the top. And that's why there's those breathing holes around this, so that you're not going to overflow the cup. Alright, let's give it a taste. That is really good. It's not burnt, and you're not getting a mouthful of nasty grounds. I really like it. But let's go take a look at the all-in-one coffee system and see what this has to offer. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at the all-in-one coffee system. Now, I'm not sure what brand this one is. It just happened to be something I stumbled across on Amazon one day. So I'm going to make sure to drop the link down below so you can check it out. But by all-in-one, I literally mean this thing does everything in one unit. So it grinds whole coffee beans, it has the pour over filter, and it even has the insulated mug to drink it in. So breaking it down, you have this cabinet up top, which is going to store your beans that you're going to grind. And then you unscrew that, and it's your measuring cup that you're going to measure your hot water into. And right under there, you have your grinder. So you're just going to loosen this a little bit so that you can slide the handle all the way out and then retighten that. When you pop off the top, you just put your beans in here and then put the grinder back on. Then you just grind away. And as you're grinding your coffee beans, they're going to be falling down into the pour over filter. Which nests inside the insulated mug. And that pour over filter is made of a metal mesh again. So you just nest it in there. You pour your hot water over your coffee grounds and you let it do its thing. And then you just kind of tap off the excess, place it in the cup right away so you don't make a mess. And you can add your creamer or whatever else you want and enjoy your insulated mug filled with joy. All right, so let's get this thing into action and make a cup of coffee. All right, so I already measured some water into this cup and then got it boiling in the hot shot. So now we're just gonna pop off the grinder and put our coffee beans in there. Put the lid back on those and pop the grinder back into place. Loosen that up and pull the handle out. And tighten the handle back down. And away we go. This is oddly satisfying, hearing the little crunch of the beans. Enjoy this. Kind of feels like you're not getting anywhere with the grinding, but the beans are moving around and they're disappearing. I suppose if you were really all that nervous, you can just check, and yeah, there's grounds in there. So it's working. It just feels so smooth that it feels like it's not working. Does that make sense? All right, there we go. All the beans are ground. Didn't take very long at all. Now we have them sitting in our filter. Smells really good. Now we're gonna dispense our water. and just pour it over the grounds. Be careful so you don't fill it too fast and have the grounds and everything come up and over. But you can hear it already starting to drain into the insulated mug. So we're gonna let it do its thing, and I'll be right back to check in with you. All right, so for the pour over, it took about 2 minutes for all the water to drain out of the filter. It smells really good. We're gonna give it a try. Again, really smooth. This does not taste burnt at all, and I'm not getting any grounds. So I really like this system. Definitely neat. Let's go compare that to the GSI. So now for the comparison, I did use 2 different brands of coffee because I actually had a really hard time finding whole beans that didn't cost me an arm and a leg. However, they're both medium roasts and very comparable. Now, the all-in-one coffee system, very smooth cup of coffee, and you don't get any grounds in it. It is a weaker coffee flavor, but overall, the freshness of the beans really made a difference. And I didn't think they were going to make that big of a difference, but this is the better cup of coffee. Now, the GSI, this is still an extremely good cup of coffee. It's smooth, you don't get the grounds, but it is a much stronger coffee flavor. And I'm sure that's because the grounds are sitting in the hot water still and brewing. Now, when it comes to camping, the all-in-one coffee system, I'm less likely to bring that. When I do bring this, because I do plan on bringing it for some trips, it's gonna be when I'm car camping and when I'm with a lot of people who really enjoy coffee. I'm gonna primarily stick to the GSI because it's about half a pound lighter. It's a lot easier to carry because you can strap it to your bag, and it's versatile. I don't just have to use this for coffee. I can also use this as a water bottle on the go. So I want to know what you guys thought. Which one are you most likely to bring in the woods? Make sure to leave that in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one.